The Sox offense is led by blasts from Mookie Betts and Hanley Ramirez as they beat the Twins 6-3 to take the 4-game set. Welcome to the Boston Red Sox newsfeed post-game recap. This is Jake Archer reporting for CLNS, a leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Red Sox. The Sox need to bounce back tonight after a tough 4-1 loss to the Twins and a bad outing by Rick Porcello. They entered the night at 43-35 and percentage points behind the Yankees for first place in the AL East. It would be crucial to take the series from a good Minnesota team and keep pace with New York. The Sox sent David Price to the hill tonight opposite Kyle Gibson for the Twins. Price has been decent so far this year, but has dealt with an alarming lack of command and a few minor annoyances on his throwing hand, like blisters and a cracked fingernail. Tonight, he didn't get off to the best start as he allowed a run in the first inning after Brian Dozier doubled to lead off the game. Joe Mauer drove him in with an RBI groundout. He would then come back with 2 straight 1-2-3 innings before getting tagged again in the fourth. Designated hitter Robbie Grossman smacked the ground rule double to lead off the frame for Minnesota before Joe Mauer reached on an infield single to put Price in trouble. Mauer hit a scorcher to the first baseman Moreland, who made a great snag, but Price wasn't there to cover the base, and he would regret it. The big lefty would then get 2 outs, so he should have been out of the inning. But the next batter, Jorge Polanco, would double to score both Grossman and Mauer and put Minnie up 3-0. The Sox needed an answer, and they needed it quick. Luckily, it came right away as Mookie Betts led off the next half inning with a solo job, his 13th of the year. In the bottom of the fifth, Boston would strike again. Hanley Ramirez led off with a walk, and Jackie Riley Jr. doubled to bring him home. Christian Vasquez would then reach on an error by the shortstop before Devin Marrero drove in JBJ with an RBI groundout. The Sox now had it at 3-3, and they had a runner on third for Betts. He singled to center to bring in the go-ahead run, and the Sox would never lose that lead. In the next inning, Kyle Gibson would get 2 quick outs before Hanley Ramirez uncorked a solo home run to silence his critics for now and chase Gibson from the game. Gibson's final line was 5.2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Not great. Sox scored again in the next inning, the bottom of the 7th, as Marrero cracked an RBI double off of Buddy Boschers to make it 6-3. The rest of the game would see very little offensive action as Boschers allowed 1 more walk before being replaced by Phil Hughes, who only allowed 1 single. Didn't know Phil Hughes was now coming out of the bullpen. For the Red Sox, David Price would go 7 innings, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, and striking out 7. He walked no one, which was a huge improvement and a reason for optimism going forward. He was replaced by Joe Kelly and Craig Kimbrell, who combined to only allow 1 hit and secured the win. Price will get that W, as Gibson will take the L, Kelly will get a hold, and Kimbrell another save. Sox moved to 44-35 on the year and are on a 90-win pace. What a weird season it has been. They haven't looked like a first-place team at all, yet here we are. The Twins, meanwhile, fall to 40-37 and are now a game and a half back of Cleveland in the AL Central. Boston will now take on the Blue Jays as they head to Toronto for a 3-game set. It will be Doug Fister versus Marco Estrada tomorrow night in Canada. First pitch is scheduled for 7:07, but make sure to check back here for your pregame notes. This has been Jake Archer reporting for CLNS.